Now, listen, you guys, it seems like Nicki Minaj had a couple of words to say to a member of her management, and we're also going to be talking about Cousin Sloth feeling some type of way about an artist who is going to drop on the same day as her. Now, we're also going to be discussing about Naomi Campbell finally speaking up around, the chaos that's happening with the charity, and Caresha is being linked to yet another incident, surrounding the Didla, and we're also going to be talking about Angel Reese speaking up, as well as, Offset getting checked by Takeoff's brother. Nicki Minaj also took time to address the entire documentary situation. And these are some of the things that we are going to be talking about in this video. Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the tea blog. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great. You guys, I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. So, first of all, let us talk about Nicki Minaj seemingly checking somebody from, her touring management team. It seems like she decided to take to her Twitter to call them a clown. She tweeted Zach, which happens to be his name, and then she also put a clown emoji. And obviously, people were like, "Okay, what is happening?" Because the last tweet that we saw from Nicki Minaj about this Zach person, she was basically thanking him, for Pink Friday 2 tour, like the first leg of the tour. And it seems like now something might have gone wrong. So obviously you do know that Babs are detectives, okay? People started digging up what could be the problem, who is this person, and things like that. And immediately that man put his socials on private. I was like, I think he actually said, I don't want to deal with the Babs today because the Babs do not waste any time. But it is actually now coming out that this same man has got ties with Desiree from, Fraudulent Nation. And it is no secret that Desiree and Nicki Minaj do not see eye to eye. And this particular person is allegedly currently representing Nicki Minaj when it comes to her touring and, some other, things concerning her career and stuff like that. So, yeah, people are thinking that maybe something went wrong in as far as the tour is concerned, or there was some clownery that this man decided to do. So do you think that we are going to hear more about this tea, or do you probably think that, well, it's something that they will solve behind the scenes? And the fact that this woman has to constantly come out here and speak out for herself, I'm like, the music industry, it seems like it's very brutal, and at the end of the day, it feels like everything is intertwined with the other thing. Like, I guess that's why it's so easy for people to blackball you, because you realize that this person has got ties with that person and that person. And I mean, if Swiss Beats is even scared to play a Nicki Minaj song, imagine what the other people out there in the industry feel about publicly supporting her. But anyway, the next thing that we are going to be talking about is still talking about Nicki Minaj. She also took the time to talk about her documentary. And she said that, well, the reason why the documentary did not end up coming out is because she wanted the album to come before the documentary. However, HBO already had scheduled a documentary, spot. So it seems like, well, they could not reach an agreement where they would be able to wait for Pink Friday 2 to drop before dropping the documentary. And for that reason, I guess Nicki Minaj did also not want to compromise regarding that, and they also didn't want to compromise. And so she also revealed that, well, they then ended up giving the spot to Lizzo. But with that, she also did confirm that the documentary is still going to come. That being said, I could get why she wanted the album to come first before the documentary, because having the documentary come out would have possibly overshadowed the Pink Friday 2 era. And from the vibe that I was getting from Pink Friday 2, it was more about the music than anything else. It was more about the music than PR gimmicks and things like that. So I guess she wanted the music to do the talking. Do you get what I'm saying? So it makes a lot of sense on why she would not want to compromise on that, number one. Number two, maybe the documentary contains some truths that some truths that people would not have been happy with, and certain people would have probably sabotaged the album. okay, just because of the documentary. So yeah, hopefully it will be coming sometime soon, because I want to see. I hope it's not filtered, and I hope they did not stop her from talking about, from showing the other things about that other situation that they tried to silence her on. So yeah, let me know in the comment section what you think about that. Now, the next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Cousin Sloth, okay? It seems like Cousin Sloth feels some type of way, and she feels like she will be, overshadowed by somebody dropping at the same day as her. And this is not just somebody, you guys, this is literally Rod Wave, okay? It seems like after announcing that his album Last Lip is going to come out on the same day as Cousin Sloth's Glorious, Cousin Sloth felt some type of way, and she decided to say this in the comment section: why the F would you drop on my day? I'm finna tweak out. And yeah, let me know, you guys, what you think about that. How do you think that is going to go? Cousin Sloth dropping on the same day with him. I personally know that obviously he will be getting the number one. And so at least Cousin Sloth gets to feel like what it is like to be an artist, because at the end of the day, music is way broader than just rap. And this entire thing of female rap girl is saying, oh, I'm gonna wait until nobody else is dropping so that I can get a number one. That's not a thing. Okay. That whole thing of playing all this time in games and things like that, like, that's not a thing. This is what being an artist means, okay? This is like when if she gets, okay, let's say she magically, miraculously gets the number one. If she gets a number one like this with, a bigger artist dropping at the same time as her, then you will know that, okay, I actually did earn my number one, other than this entire thing of waiting until nobody else is dropping. So that being said, the next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Blac Chyna. It seems like Blac Chyna is out there getting sued. An ex of hers is accusing her of, the A word, and there are some graphic, images that have been shared to the internet, and they're not a good sight to look at. And it seems like this person is actually suing her for $10 million because of this alleged, thing that she did. And according to what the man is saying, he's saying that, well, he got attacked whilst he was sleeping. And some people are saying the rumor is that the man was caught with another man, and I guess that angered the girlfriend at the time, who is Angela White. And I will say that even if she had caught him in that situation, that is still no justification for DV, in my own opinion, if that's the true story. But obviously, if that's not the true story, then we'll hear about whether that was in self-defense or whatever. I'm sure that as the case continues, we will hear more details. Now, one person was not here for all that nonsense is none other than Tokyo Tony, okay? Tokyo Tony decided to take to her Instagram to cuss out the man, saying that, yeah, leave my daughter alone. Oh my God, I'm gonna come and do this to you. You know how Tokyo is like. When I saw that, I was like, oh my goodness, I don't think this is helping the case at all. And yeah, let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about that. Do you believe what this man is saying? I did also see some people bringing up the entire iPhone charger and the Rob Kardashian situation. And the next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Naomi Campbell. Yesterday, I spoke about the allegations that, well, Naomi was allegedly, misappropriating funds, spending a lot of money on luxury hotels as well as cigarettes, and how the board of her own charity had, forced her to step down, had suspended her for 5 years. It seems like finally she decided to speak, and I will try and insert a clip of what she said, and then I'll catch you after that.
I just found out today about the findings, and I'm extremely concerned, and we are investigating on our side. As I was not in control of my charity, I put the control in the hands of a legal lawyer, and so we are investigating to find out what and how, as everything I do and every penny I ever raise goes towards charities.
there you heard what Naomi had to say. But sadly, this entire thing of his is not believable. The statement is not believable at all. It seems like she's just making up things as she goes. And she did say that she was caught unawares, and it was the first time that she had found out about that. So I'm just like, what did the board do? Did they make this decision and just go to the media? Like, what just happened, you guys? Because she can't be sitting there saying that, well, the first time that she is hearing about that is she's finding out about that is the same time that we are also finding out about that. Was that like an ambush? Oh my goodness. And I knew that she was probably shocked when she was like, oh, I spoke to my legal lawyer. I was like, okay. Yeah, it's interesting. And I know that TikTok is probably going to have such a great time with that audio because, yeah, it kind of looks, yeah. Anyway, the next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Offset. Yeah, let's talk about the Transformers husband. It seems like he was out there trying to bring in Takeoff in his shenanigans and nonsense with the Transformer, and Takeoff's brother was not here for that entire nonsense, okay? So Offset said, listen to your people. Take and the bros told me, and then put some exclamation marks, basically insinuating that he was warned about the Transformer by, his people, including Takeoff. And so it seems like Takeoff's brother said, nah, 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 do your drama by yourselves. Don't try and involve my late brother now. And he said, my brother ain't tell him ish. Let my twin rest, okay? And I don't blame them because what do you mean you should have, like, why didn't you mention Quavo who's alive to speak for himself? Why do you have to mention that man who's no longer alive? You can as well just lie and say that this is what he told you because he's not here to defend himself. So that's very messy. This man is a very messy human being. But that being said, that's the man that the Transformer was bragging about, talking about my baby hero. Well, here is your hero. Speaking about the Transformer, you guys, it seems like she's out there in Paris for Fashion Week, and people are talking about her looks. And personally, at this point, I don't know, man. It seems like she's looking for a moment. It seems like, she's trying to poke somebody. I mean, she's even replicating Nicki Minaj's previous photo shoots. And all this to me is just screaming, I'm looking for attention. I'm desperate to have people talk about me. That's what it is giving. Of course, people were discussing her face, saying that Lil Kim seems to have, passed the torch to her in as far as the botched face is concerned. Now, personally, I mean, if she likes butchering a face like this, we love it, as Wendy Williams would say. When I saw that, I was like, this cannot be a real picture. Like, what do you mean? Like, why would somebody continue touching their face like that? But then you know what they say about surgery sometimes. If you do not have control, you will find yourself hooked to it to the point where you will end up looking really unrecognizable. So yeah, let me know in the comment section what you think about the Transformers looks and all this hair that she's doing at this point. It's pathetic to watch, you guys. Anyway, the next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Angel Reese. It seems like she had a couple of words to say yesterday about how unfair the industry is to her. She got a lot outside of her chest. So first of all, she quoted someone who said, "It's heartbreaking that the excitement around the league is at its highest, but the racial blah 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 and the what comments and the online bullying are also at their worst." And Angel Reese responded and said, y'all know I've been going through this for the last 2 years, but was told to save the tears and stop playing victim. And honestly, this is very profound what she's saying, but I couldn't help but just think this is the same girl who just inserted herself in female rap beef and just went ahead, started shading a woman who is battling being belittled, being called don't claim you're a victim and things like that. And somehow all of a sudden we have to rally behind her when she's also terrible to other women and picking sides in fields that she doesn't even belong to. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be a part of that. Anyway, the next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Halle Bailey. It seems like Halle Bailey and DDG were out there attending in a show where Usher was performing. And you do know Usher and his shenanigans, okay? If you have got a faint heart, you as a man, and you go to his show with your woman, trust me, you will lose it. If you think I'm lying, ask Kiki Palmer's baby daddy. He wasn't even there, but I mean, the brother got really tight about Usher. So yeah, in true Usher style, he tried to feed Halle Bailey some cherries, and of course DDG was like, not on my watch, you're not gonna do that. So he quickly snatched the cherries from Usher's hand and ended up feeding Harley himself. And obviously the internet is having a blast with that, saying that, you know what, Usher really does play in these men's faces. Now the next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Caresha. It seems like once again the internet is making think pieces and tying together new details that are surfacing about the Didla, and saying that, well, it was approximately the same time that they were with Caresha. Now this is what is being reported. They say that according to TMZ, one of that man's alleged met with the federal prosecutor on Wednesday and submitted a video tape of a freak off with him, Diddy, and a woman. These types of substance that this man likes to use during those activities can allegedly be found on the tape as well. And the alleged activity went down in May 2023 when that worker claims he flew from Atlanta to Miami to meet up with that man and the woman, and he ended up having the activity with her while Diddy filmed the encounter. Okay, so now people are tying together the timelines and everything, and they are saying this is right about the time that Young Miami was out there together with the Didla. So people are saying there is no way that Caresha can claim that, well, she knew, like, that's not the Diddy that she knew, because that's what she said. She said that, well, everything that people are saying, that's not the men that I experienced. And then she also, there's a screenshot from 26th of May that year that reads, he wanna sponsor my ex bed, thank you Poppy. And that's from Caresha, and it seems like she was doing a little bit of shopping. And when you look at the allegations in May 2023, that's when this man is alleging this happened. So people are like, okay, Caresha, it seems like you were not truthful about not knowing what was going on, because already you were around. And some people were even saying that, oh wow, that's why allegedly he was out there taking you for shopping, he was thanking you for that incident. And I'm just like, you guys, it's insane. Okay, all that glitters really isn't gold. And the next, sorry, you guys, before I could finish, recording this video, there is more information that came out that is actually directly, linked to Caresha. And forget all these speculations that I was just talking about, you guys. This time, it is an actual lawsuit, allegedly. And the person suing is anonymous. And, well, they are saying that the Didla got them pregnant, and Caresha was out there trying to convince them to have, to delete the pregnancy. And it's very wild, you guys, where things are headed. Things are really not looking good for Caresha, and some people are now saying that it could have been Gina, because you guys remember the other time when Caresha was out there talking to Gina, saying, well, if I wanted you on my knees, blah 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 blah, Diddy would have you on your knees eating my hoo-ha. And she also mentioned something about wanting a baby. And so people are now saying this could be Gina who's now suing them. And according to this person who is suing, Caresha was obviously involved in this entire thing. And at this point, I'm just like, what was her position in the Didla's life? Okay, Caresha, like, what was her position? Because it seems like now even she herself was getting her hands dirty. And for what reason exactly? Why would you advocate for a man to go and talk to somebody that they laid down with and say, well, delete that pregnancy? In what capacity, really? You guys, things are really getting ugly for this girl. But that being said, thank you very much, you guys, for watching. And thank you very much for making it this far. If you have not already, what are you waiting for? smash that subscribe button and do turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified each and every time that I post. I post each and every single day, and I keep you updated on what's happening in the celebrity world on Instagram, on Twitter, and about all things trending. And until my next one, see you.